McFly.
You know him?
Not as well as I thought.
Before he took a powder, Artie was tutoring me in all sorts of stuff. Etiquette, philosophy, accountant. He's a regular Renaissance man. He even had one of those smart guy professor's pipes, see?
Can I borrow this?
Sure. I've been secretly working on my get-out-of-kid card for weeks now. But Artie's the only one I trust to check my work. You can't be too careful when you're dealing with a maniac like Kid, you know.
Beleza, aqui você saiu do primeiro.
Hey, you can trust me. Come on, what's the dirt you got on Kid?
Nix on that. I ain't spilling nothing until I talk with Arthur Oh, F-L-Y.
Aqui seleciona o segundo.
If I arrange a meeting with Artie, could you use that insurance of yours?
Use it? Heck, if what I'm sitting on pans out, I could send that bozo all the way to the big house.
I'll see what I can do.
Aqui seleciona o terceiro.
I really like your voice.
Thanks. You should hear me when I ain't so under the weather.
You're sick?
Oh yeah, sore throat. That's why I'm giving Cue Ball so many extended solos tonight.
I kinda wondered about that.
Aqui seleciona o
Your
quarto.
songs seem to have a big effect on Officer Parker over there.
I am humbled and gratified that my musical gifts have fallen upon such receptive ears.
Seleciona o
Do
terceiro.
you know Sister Christian?
I don't do religious tunes.
Aqui seleciona o quarto.
I don't care. What are those? Are they lyrics for one of your songs?
I haven't memorized them yet.
Beleza, aqui você sai.
Break a leg out there.
Thanks.
She's supposed to turn on Kid Tannen tonight? Okay, Doc, if you say so.
Beleza, aqui vocês vêm, saem do
Hey, nice suit.
bar.
Where'd you get it?
Costume shop at the mall.
O que ele vai falar?
I had it custom made.
Yeah? Quality material. Who are you? Where you from?
The name's, Sonny Crockett.
Seleciona o terceiro.
I'm one of you guys. Don't you recognize me?
No. Come on, what's the dope? Spill it, or I'll...
Go easy, kid. From the cut of the suit, I'm thinking he might be with the Valenti gang.
Is that so?
Aí seleciona o primeiro. O cara vai mostrar aquela arma.
Yes?
Prove it. You ain't leaving till you show me some bona fides.
É, aqui vocês pegam o inventário. O inventário, quer dizer, seleciona o revólver esquerdo e dá pro Kid Tannen.
I've got a little something here that might convince you.
Don't even blink.
It's not a real gun. It's not a real gun, I swear. It's a gift from Don Valenti. See?
To your family from mine, in gratitude for your continued service, J.J. Valenti. Looks like little Sonny Crockett here really is with the Sacramento boys. You got stones, Pee-wee. I like that. Have yourself a drink, on the house. Matches, put down your gun. You look like a moron.
Beleza, agora vocês podem sair. Ó, os caras chamando no Skype. Beleza, vai mostrar o guard.
He's back.
De novo. Tá. Aqui vocês veem. E aí vai ter a cutscene mostrando o Doc. Beleza. Aí vocês vão ter que sair. Nossa, olha o lag. Não, e ainda tem gente me chamando no Skype. Legal. Beleza, aqui vocês vão ter que ir para a pensão. Então vocês vêm na porta da pensão. Seleciona a porta da pensão, quer dizer. Aí vai se encontrar com o doutor.
Hey, Doc. How's the room?
It's a little cleaner than I would have imagined for a Depression-era flop house. How are your investigations going?
Eu vi a hora do parque, mano. Onde está? É que você está no quarto
Why are
opção.
Tannins always such jerks, anyway?
It's hard to say. Rogue Neanderthal genes in their DNA, perhaps.
As definições de vírus foram atualizadas.
The only one who can tell her for sure.
Peraí. Deu problema de novo, galera. Mas vamos lá. Aqui seleciona primeiro.
I saw him.
Who?
My grandpa. On his streetcar for just a second. Doc, we gotta find him.
Why?
Trixie thinks she's got something that could...
De novo, galera. Mas vamos lá.
I guess he's kind of her tutor or something.
Ah, so that's the connection. When your grandfather disappeared from Hill Valley for 2 months, the bond between him and Miss Trotter was severed, eventually leading to a timeline in which Trixie lost the nerve to betray Tannen.
Yeah?
We've got to find your grandfather.
Ah, vá. Seleciona o primeiro.
Any sign of Artie?
Haven't spotted him yet.
Seleciona o segundo.
You sure Tannen's supposed to be arrested by Officer Parker? The guy's a mess.
Mess or no mess, I'm absolutely certain that Parker's your man. In fact, it's his arrest of Tannen that will eventually lead him to becoming Hill Valley's chief of police.
That seems really unlikely.
Aqui seleciona onde está o DeLorean.
Where'd you park the DeLorean?
I hid it in a DeSoto lot. Nobody's buying cars these days, so it should be safe in there.
Aqui seleciona o terceiro.
Hey, who did burn down Tannen's original speakeasy anyway?
I still don't know. I'd really like to find out before we go home.
Aqui seleciona o terceiro.
I never did get a straight answer about why you came back to 1931 in the first place.
It's, personal. When this is over, I'll tell you all about it.
I'm gonna hold you to that, you know.
Seleciona o terceiro de
Can you
novo.
explain all this? I'm confused.
It's very simple. In the original timeline, Timeline A, the speakeasy arsonist was never caught, creating one of Hill Valley's enduring historical mysteries.
Okay.
When I traveled back to 1931, I created Timeline B, in which I was misidentified as the arsonist and subsequently killed by Kid Tannen's goons. Einstein came with me, and somehow he ended up in the DeLorean when its failsafe mechanism triggered, sending it back to 1986.
Which is where I came in.
Precisely. You traveled back to June 14th, 1931, creating Timeline C, a world in which Carl Sagan wasn't rubbed out by Kid Tannen, but Arthur McFly was served with a subpoena.
And shot by Kid Tannen's goons.
Yes, so you jumped back in time 6 hours, creating Timeline D, saving your grandfather's life, but somehow preventing Kid Tannen from meeting his date with justice.
Which is why the Tannens were so powerful when we jumped back to 86.
Uh-huh. So now we've returned to August of 1931, creating Timeline E, in which, fingers crossed, we'll send Tannen to prison where he belongs. Got it?
Sure.
Good.
One question.
What?
Can you explain all this? I'm confused.
Não entendeu nada, mas tudo bem.
Okay,
Sair.
I better get back to fixing history.
Be careful, Marty.
Beleza. Aqui a gente vai ter que encontrar o Einstein, tá? Então, pelo que eu me lembro, ele tá com o Emmett jovem. Então, vocês vêm aqui e vem falar com
Sonny,
ele.
you're just in time.
Aqui seleciona o segundo.
So, thanks for watching Einstein while I've been away.
It's been a pleasure. He's proven to be a surprisingly willing test subject. It's almost as if he's been working with me for years.
More like decades.
Aqui seleciona o primeiro.
How have you been, Emmett? I know I haven't seen you in a couple of months.
I'm great, and I owe it all to you.
Really?
Yes, that argument I had with my father during our jet drill experiment gave me the incentive to finally quit that dreary court job. I've committed myself full-time to a life of science.
Aqui seleciona o.
What's
a
the
única
story with the
opção.
little car and all this equipment?
Einstein and I are conducting a few experiments with this 1/4 scale model to work out a few hitches in my planned demonstration at the Hill Valley Expo in a couple of months.
A radio-controlled car?
No. Well, yes, but it'll be so much more than that. It will amaze the world. Aha! Got it!
Got
Ai, vai
what?
I'll
conseguir.
show you. Ready to go, Einstein?
Mano, essa parte vai ser toda.
When this baby hits 23 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious cow flop.
23 milhas por hora, agora não é mais 88.
Einstein!
No!
Get him out of there!
Not to worry. I've got a fail-safe eject mechanism around here someplace. See? Nothing to worry about.
Nothing.
Não, não. Olha onde que ele vai parar.
I'll go see if I can find something to help. Or someone.
Putz. Aqui você seleciona a Edna.
Hey, Edna.
Mr. Crockett, what can I do for you?
Legal. Tá. Seleciona música legal.
What was that song you were singing earlier?
Do you like it? I wrote it myself. It really gets the toes tapping at the Stay Sober Society meetings. Although I suppose that could be the Shakes. Would you like to hear it again?
Sim. Seleciona a primeira.
Sure.
I knew if I waited long enough, somebody would request it. You say you've lost your self-respect, but you should care. It's not too late to redirect and start to care. Don't despise the good and pure. Time to rise up from the sewer. Wash off all that foul manure. Show the world you care. You should care. You should care what people think of you. Of goals that you could name. Reclaiming your good name is what you ought to do. You should care. You should care. If your reputation is in disrepair, it's not going to hurt you to reclaim your virtue. For you should care.
Nossa!
Catchy.
You really think so?
Yeah, it's got a good hook to it.
One needs a good hook if one is fishing for souls.
Aqui. Seleciona música legal.
How's that song going over?
If only I could convince a few of these night owls to stop and listen. Would you like to hear it?
Não. Seleciona não.
Maybe later.
I'll be here all night.
Seleciona a primeira.
What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?
Saving people from alcohol, vice, and disorder. And also keeping a lookout for hot stories. You'd be surprised how much news breaks on this corner.
Aqui seleciona a primeira.
Broken any stories tonight?
Only the usual. Mayor Thomas trying to slink out of the speakeasy. Frankie Needles crashing his car into a fire hydrant. Nothing that'll get me the front page.
Seleciona a segunda.
Hey, I got a hot lead for you.
Oh? What is it?
Oficial Parker integrado, jovem cientista abandona a cão no telhado. Trixie Track Kid. Arthur McFly retorna. Carl Sagan flagrado na cidade. Seleciona Trixie Track Kid.
Trixie Trotter turns on Tannen.
Very alliterative. But is it true? Has she really come over to our side?
Soon. Just you wait.
Tá. Pausa memória letra. Aqui, ó. Seleciona a quarta.
Do you think I could have a copy of your You Should Care lyrics? I've, got a club of my own that could really use some inspiring.
Sure. Let me just get a page out of the hymnal. There you are.
Hey, thanks.
Beleza. Aqui. Você sai.
See ya.
Keep fighting the good fight.
Aí vocês voltem no restaurante.